Dodge whatever's in there. It's big and it's moving fast. Drive. Go.
And in name-only follow-up to Twister, Jan de Bont's theme park ride-spawning disaster movie from 1996, Lee Isaac Chung's Twisters is a different kind of ride. Its weather-related mayhem is less visually appealing than de Bont's, but it remains rooted in the solid drama, which gives way to gripping vistas that help overcome some lackluster visuals. The storms never quite seem real, but they're made to feel real thanks to the movie's characters and lead performances. It's one heck of a summer blockbuster, despite itself.
You ride 'em.
Twisters isn't a nostalgic legacy sequel, even if it does star Top Gun Maverick's Glen Powell. It's more of a spiritual sequel. Apart from a minor Easter egg early on, the characters in Twisters have no common connection to those in the original film. Daisy Edgar-Jones plays Kate Cooper, an ambitious meteorologist with a seeming sixth sense for wind and weather patterns, who hopes to cure her home state of Oklahoma of its cyclone plague. The film falls on the sillier side of things where science is concerned. Kate's scheme involves dissipating swirling air masses by chemical means, and it doesn't ever acknowledge the real-world climate concerns that have led to an uptick in natural disasters, though that is easy enough to infer.
We never had a chance.
You want one?
With a band of happy-go-lucky colleagues in tow, Kate comes achingly close to a breakthrough, but a harrowing misstep leaves her in emotional paralysis. Years later, the once small-town, fun-loving storm chaser finds herself working in a New York office until her friend Javier, played by Anthony Ramos, lures her back into the field with a new twister mapping technology. If the well-meaning Javier and his uninformed Bluetooth headset-equipped employees can surround a tornado in time, they can image it from all angles, which is where Kate's predictive abilities come into play. This also presents a compelling hook. In order to actually help other people, Kate must once again chase the very danger that nearly took her life. Things start to get complicated and more competitive when our heroes end up neck and neck with a reckless band of storm-chasing YouTubers led by Powell's debonair cowboy, Tyler Owens.
If you feel it, chase it! I said if you feel it, chase it!
With his rustic, wonderfully energetic crew, the cocksure Tyler takes nature by the horns for millions of subscribers, leading to a rivalry between him and the more practically minded Kate and her new buttoned-up comrades. However, this dynamic soon gives way to an uneasy, if necessary, camaraderie.
Are you seeing this?
We got twins! Twins!
They're combining.
It's hard not to read it as a metaphor for the movie itself, which sees indie darling Chung in an uneasy handshake with the studio powers that be, while still finding some semblance of soul in the process. The key difference between the original and the sequel is one of scope. While Twister was pared down with a focus on storm chasing for an altruistic cause, Twisters definitely dramatizes the wider fallout of each natural disaster, taking numerous quiet detours into ravaged towns.
Holy.
You ever see anything like this?
Not like this.
Hold on.
This adds a distinctly human element to the proceedings. It isn't all fun and games, even though it's hard not to enjoy Tyler and his thrill-seeking exploits, especially as seen through the lens of a posh London journalist played by Harry Haddon Patton. As the film unearths new layers to Tyler and hints at nefarious dimensions to Javier's business, Kate's return to her old life gets a little trickier as new and unexpected paths open up for her.
No, I don't chase anymore.
Kate, we can save lives.
These elements of the story really exist to prop up the action, but they do so with aplomb. Kate is vital to this, and she drives each twist and turn through decisions informed by her painful past. It also helps that Edgar-Jones is wonderfully expressive, even though the movie seems fated to skip past any and all quiet respite aimed at endearing us to its characters. Thankfully, Chung, whose Oscar-nominated Minari proved him capable of balancing fine-tuned drama, also excels at spectacle. He and cinematographer Dan Mindell surmount some glum natural landscapes and sorry-looking CGI storms by capturing the action through a human perspective. After giving us the lay of the land through sweeping drone shots and Tyler's YouTube footage, and building vicarious thrills as each storm approaches, the camera zeroes in on deeply personal moments of sheer terror. The camera locks to eye level, or near to the ground, and gazes upward as nature sends debris and heavy machinery flying helter-skelter. It is at times quite terrifying, and absolutely worth watching in a theater with booming sound. All the while, the story remains rooted in the question of what, if anything, Kate can do in the face of such overwhelming odds. This undercurrent launches a tense and wildly fist-pumping finale, involving one of the most galaxy-brained ploys you're likely to find in a quote-unquote grounded summer movie.
Go faster.
Let's ride.
Twisters is to its predecessor what Top Gun Maverick was to Tony Scott's Top Gun. It's far less picturesque and doesn't rival the original Twisters' fun hangout vibes, but it's a more coherent film with a more engrossing story. It's all a matter of approach, and Chung and DeBont's perspectives on crafting a disaster movie can best be summed up by scenes that put the big screen on the big screen. In the original Twister, a drive-in movie theater is the setting for wide-scale destruction. A movie theater factors into the sequel, but is a more intimate, dramatic setting and a refuge for its characters amidst the all-consuming chaos. Twisters has charm for days, even if it doesn't slow down long enough to let us get to know the characters better. Thankfully, stars Glen Powell, Daisy Edgar-Jones, and Anthony Ramos bring plenty of personality to the film through their performances. With scenes of natural disaster grounded in a human point of view, Isaac Chung's spiritual sequel transcends its visual shortcomings and proves to be a wildly and effective summer blockbuster worth watching on the biggest and loudest screen possible. For more movie reviews, check out what we thought of A Quiet Place Day 1 and Beverly Hills Cop Axel F.
Hold on.
And for everything else, stick with IGN.